Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to ARK Survival Ascended. Today, we're going into Jurassic World, actually, because believe it or not, and I'm quite ashamed to admit this, I've only just recently watched all the movies. I felt like it was about time since my life has been consumed by dinosaurs. So, yeah. I've watched all the movies back to back, basically, the last week or something. And now I, of course, want to build some of those builds. So today we're going to attempt to do the Raptor pen from Jurassic World, which is kind of like an octagon shape, which surprisingly not that easy to do in ARK because the way our triangle ceilings or foundations work, it don't actually line up easily for an octagon. There is a way to do it with a lot of overlapping, which I'm not really a fan of because I want to make sure that the build is as accessible as possible. But I think I've figured out a way, and we'll just have to come up with the rest of the design on the go today. But I think it would be cool. It would be really nice to have a dino pen like this. Of course, I'm calling it the Raptor pen because it's like the Raptor Paddock from the Jurassic World movie. But for anything that fits through a dino gate, you'll be able to use this design, I guess. And maybe if you want to upscale it, you could also use it for bigger dinos if you want to have the behemoth. But that would be quite crazy. No. There's actually, yeah, it's actually harder than you think to make a hexagon. That's because, oh, there we go. We already have a raptor here. It's because the way these things line up with each other isn't correct for like a proper octagon. Because basically, this goes out too much if you do it. So it's quite difficult to make an octagon, and especially like equally big on all sides because the triangles are smaller in size than the normal foundations. Even this length that you get if you make this go longer isn't quite the same. You end up a little bit short, so it never actually perfectly aligns. But I think I have a solution to making sure that I can get an octagon. It's not like a perfect shape, not equal on all sides, because again, that's just not the way ARK works, but I think it should work nonetheless. And we're going to start right here. I think that's going to be it. So yeah, I've left basically all the landscaping still intact because we want to have as much of the jungle inside of our pen as possible. So I've played a little bit around by trying to come up with octagon shapes, and now we just need to figure out the right size. I think I want to have this 7, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe something about this size. And then for the corners we basically want to use triangles. I kind of want to make sure that it fits in this area, so I think I'm gonna go this side first. So basically I think we did 9 foundations there and then a corner, and then we're gonna go out by 9 again. There we go. So that is 9 again. Then we're gonna go back into triangles, but this time we can keep the triangles. That's 4. Okay, that's 6. So, yeah, the way I'm doing this, and it's kind of hard to see with all the trees, but again, we want to keep as much of the plants around as we can to make our little pen look nicer. Yeah, this is one of the flat sides, of course. Then this goes out on a weird angle because of the triangle shape. So this is another flat side to the side, but you don't want to have this be as big as the other one. So I think having 6 on the outside might actually work for this. I think might want to make this a little bit higher so that it's not like covered in the ground. Wait, I can just raise this all up. Yeah, why did I even lower it? Okay, so this was triangles, and then now we should be able to go out by 9 again. I think. So that is basically the same as we did at the start. Then, yeah, this I guess is a triangle corner. And then this should be the exact opposite of where we started. So if I fly straight through the jungle, even though there's a couple of trees, yeah, we end up right where we started. It's the one from Jurassic World, so the octagon shape. Because the one from Jurassic Park was more of like a long square. But to be honest, I might do more designs from the movies. Because, I mean, it very much fits the vibe. And it's good to have some dino pen designs that you can just add to any base. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That should line up with the other side. Hello there, Ellie. Welcome in, welcome in. This is not shamey for not watching the Jurassic Park movies and World movies earlier. This is just me instantly wanting to build them. Okay, so I think that should be the same size. And then now, I think it should line up. There we go. That lines up with this side again. That's good. So yeah, now we have an octagon shape, basically, which is quite nice. We do still have plenty of nature in here, which again, I'm gonna try and keep. Maybe not the trees near the very, very edge, though. Because that feels like a security hazard. Okay, well, let's go. Clear some of these trees out, because we need a little bit of space to see what we have. So I think anything that goes too close to the edge, tree-wise, we want to get rid of. And then again, we can always take our shovel and plant pots and get some plants back in here. Yeah, this might be too close to the edge. This one is kind of in my build. There we go. Another one in my build. Okay. That's a good start, I would say. Gonna probably have to... Oh, well, I have to definitely delete that tree as well, but it's a decent start. It's a decent start. So now, I think I kind of need to figure out the highest point. Where we kind of want to start the walls. I guess that's going to be here, because this is going to be the side entrance. So yeah, this should be in the middle of this part. Yeah, that's looking all right. And then we probably just want to have some ramps going down there. That's all we really need. Maybe make it a little bit wider. Look less awkward. There we go. And then for the walls, I think I want to do the metal walls inside out, because that's got a little bit more texture. This is a little bit too clean, I think, for this build. So we'll keep that on the inside where we won't see it, and then we'll make it one higher than the actual gate. And then we can decide whether we want to make it go all the way through or just see the foundations. There's a little bit more plans here. Yeah, kind of don't want to have them stick through the gate, I think. The gate you want to make sure you can see, because you don't want any raptors escaping. Because after 6 movies, I know it's a bad idea to let your dinos escape. Okay, wait. I just need to get rid of this because it's taking too long otherwise. There we go. So yeah, that's a pretty good start. And some of this overlapping plants stuff isn't a great look. Please let me pick up this plant. There we go. All right, this one might, but it's kind of nice there on the edge. We'll leave that for now. So I think here on this side, obviously I want to have this wall again, but we have to leave room for the entrance, and I kind of don't want to have a second gate, at least not on this side. So I think we'll fill it in like this. That should work. Yeah, that looks good. So you got a gate there to get in and out. I think that works. Yeah, I like the look of that. And then, of course, the whole walkway up here would be right here. We're a little bit in the trees. So, yeah, we definitely want to get rid of some more. Get rid of this one. I think there was another one like really in the way. This one is definitely in the way as well. These are going to be in the way as well. Kind of want to make sure that the walkway on top, of course, also is not covered by leaves and trees and stuff. There we go. This one probably will need to go. This is quite open. This might be a problem, but for now I'm gonna leave it. This one probably needs to go because this is where we're gonna have an extension at the back. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, so that is the start of this. And I guess we just want to have some nice pillars here on the end to kind of extend this design. And then honestly, probably on top, we're just going to have like a walkway because that's pretty much all it is. I don't know if we want to have an overlap for it. We might decide to do that, but for now, I think that's pretty much the basics of it. And then I guess it's time for another wall here on the side. I guess this is just going to be all one big wall. But I want to do something special there. I feel like this one definitely needs to go because it's in the wall. Feels a little bit random if it just sticks out of nowhere. Okay. Oh yeah, VR might be quite terrifying to play games like this. I wouldn't want to. Okay, there we go. So we'll just make a normal wall out of it for now. And then I feel like there would be some places where they have like vents and stuff, which is basically air conditioning, which we can do. So we can actually integrate that. There we go, actually. So we can actually do something like this. Like, it's not very practical in ARK, but looks-wise, this gives us at least the idea of like there's some vents that you have, you know? Okay, so this is where I want to make it a little bit more special, I think. Oh, I can hear the raptors already approaching. They want to be in the pen. So yeah, I want to make a little bit of an extension here, basically as a little bit of a detail. So I'm going to have this go out a little bit to the side. Yeah, just so that we have something interesting going on with the design on the outside. Because for the rest, it's a pretty basic build. I'll have some pillars there as well. Pillars in the corner there. And I think I actually might put some fence or railings on top of that. There we go. So I have the railing all the way along. And I guess we also want to make sure that we have a floor going all the way along. So yeah, that is going to be part of our entrance. I think that will help, you know, making the entrance look a little bit more and pronounced, like it's a little bit more clear. That's where the gate is going to be. All right, so that isn't the entire wall, actually. We left a little bit out, but that's just because it goes down here. So I guess this is where we do decide to make this wall go all the way down into the ground, so that we don't see any differences. And there we go. That should go all the way here, and then here. I guess that means that this one wasn't actually placed in the correct spot. Okay, so we want an air conditioning there, and then maybe in the middle as well. Rebranded as a Viking. Am I a Viking or a dwarf? Some people would argue that. I think if you see me in game and you see me next to other people, you will realize I'm actually a dwarf. I'm tiny. But Viking, either is good, you know. Either is good. Alright, there we go. So we have some vents basically in the design. Probably not very useful at that high up. You could, I guess, also make them lower. But it's more for the aesthetic purposes that I'm using it. You know? Okay, so that's a decent start of the wall. Now this is the side where we see like Owen going in, and I think it's Owen, right? And rescue the guy that falls in. So this is where the raptors have like that little like inside pen where their faces can be to the outside, and then this is the rest of that little area. Well, yeah, the Dolomite trip was kind of my summer holiday. Very early. I usually go early. There we go. So I think that's gonna be like where the cage is. Oh, did not want to delete all this, but I do. I need to get my whip out to clear this all up. So yeah, what I think... this might be difficult because now we technically have two layers. This one here, where the entrance is going to have to be. And then this one here. And I think what we basically want to do here, we want to have some of these where raptor heads can stick out. And then I think I want to overlap that with some fences. That's probably what you want to do. Okay. Let's see. So I guess I want to start it from here so that it's the right height for the wall. Because the wall must continue here. I think that's it. Yeah, that's 9, so that's big enough. And then of course, here we have this little corner going on. And then it's kind of a question how we're going to do this side, because this side is a little bit different to the others. So I think for now, what we definitely want to do is this. Kind of close the walls off. And then, well, there's some kind of way into this little like stables area, I guess, for the raptors. Okay, so whatever that is going to be. And then here we'll have another wall. Closing that off. That does line up with this foundation. That's good. That does make life a little bit easier. I guess on this side, it's just going to be a regular box like this. And I guess on the outside, you definitely don't want to have raptor heads sticking out. The question is, I think we might want to have a door here, right? Yeah, so you can safely go in there as well, if the raptors are maybe still in their pen. Alright, so I would assume that for this side, then we might want to have a dino gate here, so that whatever goes on in there can be accessed easily by the raptors. There we go. And then, of course, the question for this cage is going to remain. Because most likely it's going to be this wide. There we go. So one of these is going to be a door. I guess we just want to have these little things going on. Because it's actually slightly raised, of course. So, yeah, we have a little edge of walls here, but I guess that's down to the landscape. If you have a flatter landscape, this would be easier to achieve. Okay. Yeah, and this is kind of like a cage design, so I think what we want to do is just use these railings, because I think that's the best cage design that we can build with normal structures that are in the game. And it gives us some depth, actually, because it goes in. You have all these little different things. Okay, I feel like to make the cage a little bit more special, this could be the way. Because I feel like the cave is a little bit rounded on this side. So this would definitely help. And then what we could do is we could have pillars like this, which would help with the snap points, I think. There we go. Yeah, so basically now we can have a couple of these going on to build the cage, basically. There we go. Oh, Lord. I'm not building a cage for that guy just yet. Ooh, which movie was better? Jurassic Park or Jurassic World? I mean, I'm not sure, actually. Obviously, the newer films, like visually, are better. But I must say that the old films actually hold up pretty damn well. Like, they do still look quite nice, which is pretty impressive since they are pretty well. No, they're not old at all. The people from that year you can't call old, so I can't call the movies old. But yeah, I don't know. I really liked the first movie, actually, because obviously I had to start at the first movie, and if I hadn't liked that, I probably wouldn't have continued all the way through. So yeah, I actually do think that the original might be my favorite. Especially if you watch them in succession, I guess. Because it seems like from the first one, it's very obvious that bringing dinosaurs back is a bad idea. And they somehow keep doing it. Okay, that works. To kind of not make this floating fences here in the air. That looks nice. Hello there. So yeah, I think the first one. Which is also from a great year, so, you know, gotta like that. The only thing that I remembered whilst watching the movies, I was like, this chase through the city with a Rex feels familiar. So I think I might have seen them on TV when I was a kid, but I just only remembered the chase in the city for some reason, which is the second movie. Okay, so we have some of these going on. Okay, so now how do we turn all of this into some kind of fences system? I guess we can at least have these. To make kind of like this cage design. Because yeah, otherwise I wouldn't really know what to do. And then of course here we can cage it up again. Yeah, I've heard about that, bringing back the mammoth. That seems like a decent one. Like, as soon as we start bringing back raptors and rexes, I think we're being stupid. Okay. So I could actually have these. They don't really add much function though, so might just keep the grid, because I don't think there's any way for me to add more to this, because yeah, this is not gonna allow me to snap through the middle of these ones, is it? Like, nope. Would there be a way for me to get this snap point? Let's see. Can I get this snap point? Yes. Oh, and then I can't place this. Oh, I can. Oh, but the rest won't place. Okay, never mind then. There we go. Let's bring back this wall. Yeah, so I guess, I mean, this is fine. Don't really need more grid than this. Yeah, definitely not bring the Giga back. There we go. So yeah, this would be one of the security doors. And then what I actually want to do is make it look like this door. So it's even more part of the cage. There we go. So yeah, I guess we can just have this everywhere. I guess we would have the doors there. Like this. Yeah, I like that. Then this is just going to be part of the cage. So I guess these ones actually don't need to be this kind of pillar, but the thin pillar instead. Because it's not the end yet. And then this
Hello there.
is the end of the cave. Hello there. Thanks for subscribing. There we go. I think at least this, it's kind of give an accent to this door, because that's of course the scary door into the Raptor pen. And then this is where we build the rest of this frame. Yeah, I think the rest is just filling it in with some more railings to get a proper cage here. There we go. One more of these. There we go. Last of the cage. Although technically I think this would actually go all the way up to the walkway again. So it would actually not be the rest of the design. It would just be normal part of the wall, because obviously, yeah, we're going to want to make sure that this is very safe. And I guess underneath the walkway, it's going to look like this. So a big wall. There we go. I guess that helps, because that makes this side of the build a little bit more unique as well. And of course, we're fully basing this on the way it was designed in the movie. But I think for like ARK factors, what I would use, this would be a dino pen where you just have them roaming or just having them standing there. And then this could actually be where you hatch and breed the dinos, depending on whatever dino you want to be breeding, of course. We might actually make sure that we flip these ones around so it's the same in the inside. But yeah, it's probably going to be one higher even. Oh my god, why do you do that? Okay, so the corners here, we definitely want to... I guess that's not a corner, is it? It just looks like a corner, but it's not. It's a fake corner. There we go. So that creates this little box that we still have to make look nice, but I'm quite happy with the way the cage turned out. Oh, I definitely want to turn off the auto open and close. It's not very realistic to have that here. So I definitely need to clear out the plants a little bit as well, but I'm quite happy with that. You know what? I'll let them auto open for now, because for the building it might be useful. And then I think this one, we want to have a proper door, because this is where the raptors would be like parked. You see like the little heads stick out in the movie. I think that's what we want to do here as well. So we're going to create like these little park spots for the raptors. Like this. So yeah, we could have them parked in each of these spots and then be on breeding or something. I think that would be quite nice. And I actually think that I want to make sure that we can make that look even better by having some air conditioning in. I guess. You can't make them rotate. So now they would be blowing air out, which isn't really what I had hoped for. But I guess that's down to the placement of these. Which isn't quite ideal. But since this isn't the wall, maybe we do these walls normal facing, and then because for ARK that would be so much better, because then we could actually use the air conditioning the proper way inside, which would make this a useful building if you're building this. There we go. So we built up the walls like so. On this side we can keep it like that. Yeah, that's totally fine. Actually, we could have kept it the same here as well. And then here, I think we'll just do the top layer. We'll switch them around. Because even though, you know, we're basing this on the movie, we of course want to make sure that if we can add in some ARK functionality, we actually do that as well. I think this works quite well. Oh, you can put them from the outside? Was that the thing? Yeah, well, that could have worked, I guess.
Hello there.
Hello there. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, so I think 2 over there and then 2 over here. Let's see if it's me just being stupid or... Well, no, they are facing the right way now. Okay, because then I guess this room would also be suited for hatching eggs, I think. And otherwise we can always add a few more. But this does already turn this into a decent room. All right. So that is going to be the little pen that we have. And that's also actually part of the way to get there. Because I think what I'm going to do, one of the ways to get up there is going to be located here. There we go. So yeah, what we're gonna do is having these thin metal pillars as some supports, of course. And we snap them to these half ones so that they stick out a little bit. Always looks a little bit nicer. And then we should be able to just make this all go all the way down. And the last one might not want to, but I can fix that. Wait, did I do it wrong? There we go. And then we can place it. And then I guess we also want to probably clear out these so that we can actually see our little staircase. There we go. So yeah, that would be a way to get up here. I think this design isn't that special, at least in the paddock from the movies. It's just like basically a box like we have right now. Of course, what we can turn it into is a little viewing platform. This would be quite low though, so I think that would be still quite dangerous if that was an actual platform. So I think I'm gonna take some liberty here with making it look good. So first of all, of course, we also want to make sure that we have some stairs coming down from here down into this layer. And then let's also actually just fill in these with a platform. So yeah, you could be totally just up here, and then probably just means that for most of this, we're just gonna add some railings so that it can be used. What might be nice is having like this around, because that always looks quite nice and industrial. And then I think this wall I might want to turn into, I could do it the same as we've done so far, but a metal glass wall, or if you're building in vanilla, I guess just greenhouse and then maybe some skins, some custom cosmetics could be really nice. So I'm not quite sure if I want to have this. I think I'm gonna go borderless, like just a viewing platform without having to go all the way up, so that you can just watch your raptors in there. I think that could be quite nice. There we go. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, this is just a little platform, viewing platform for our raptors in there. Well, I'm glad I can help you. It helps coming fresh out of the movies, I think, by being inspired to do this. I was really looking forward to trying and build something from this, and Raptor Pen seems like a pretty decent option for it. I think I want to have some of these supports underneath, just to make it all a little bit more special. And I might actually extend this way. I wouldn't demolish, you can just add. I mean, you have so many dinos, you can just add to your base, add more. Alright, I'm really happy with the way this turned out, I think. So yeah, this is where you would enter. This is that little shed where the raptors stick their heads through and they feed or whatever, do some tests. And of course, this is also to access the thing. Normally, I guess it's the door coming from up, but of course we don't have that in ARK. And then this would be where you could have your raptors stick their heads through, breed them, so it's actually functional as well. So yeah, quite happy with the way that turned out. Now, of course, it's slowly going to be going back to the designs. Is this tree? Yeah, this tree is in the way because it's actually blocking some of the walkway, which we definitely do not want. Yeah, that makes the walkway free again. That's always nice. So this is where we would continue the walkway. There we go. I think that's how big it needs to be. Oh, we already have a visitor. If you stay there too long, you're gonna be trapped. You don't want to be there when I release the raptors. You know, also, since I've watched the movies and I know there's a mod for 2 of the creatures from Jurassic World series, kind of want to try those. Kind of want to just see what they can do, but they're probably going to be very overpowered, judging by what they are like in the movies. All right, there we go. And I guess we already have the Paleorexes, which is pretty close. I think you have the Indominus Rex and Raptor from the movies. You have those. So from the newer movies, not from the old ones. But I guess the Paleorex is already close to what the Rexes are in the movies. Probably also based on those, I would assume. But yeah, you have the Indominus Rex and Indoraptor, which are quite cool, of course. Yeah, I quickly threw it into single player. The good thing about the mod is that I can make them spawn or not spawn at all. Or I think I can even dictate where they spawn and how many spawn at a certain time. So, not sure how well that works, but that sounds like it could be fun because you could make them super rare. We could even have them not spawn at all and only special prizes, for example. I'm gonna do the auction just like the movie. Alright, so for this wall, we're just gonna keep it simple to get so started with. And I think we do want to have these on the corners just to give it a little bit more shape and make it a little bit more interesting, because yeah, that's the one downside. It is a pretty simple building in the movies, but in ARK that also makes it look a little bit flat, I think. But I don't think you want to have an overlap for your walkway, because then the walkway just becomes way too big. So I'm not quite sure what you would want to do. All right. Let's see. This should get back to the start. I feel like this might be all lined up correctly, and then this should just go this way. There we go. There we go. Yeah, it lines up. So at least we know I did it correctly. So yeah, this is the side entrance, and then I think technically in the movie this would be open and they would have like a bigger area to roam in, just in like the forest, in the nature. But obviously the most practical in ARK would be just to keep this shape, because then you have them actually contained. And then if you want, you can of course always add a bigger pen to it, but that is, yeah, it's gonna just be more work, I guess, for you. Okay, so I want to continue this wall. I guess we have 3 of those, so we'll leave those open so that we don't forget to fill them in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so this walkway isn't obstructed, but doesn't have a lot of view. But I might want to keep some trees in here. But maybe these two are quite close together, so maybe I'll get rid of one more tree. I guess I can always bring them back again if I really want to have them back. If I remember where they were. Yeah, I feel like that makes a little bit more sense. So, you know, at least from every side we have somewhat of a view. Okay, so... And then these, again, would get the air conditioning. Because they look like there's proper vents in the building, which is always quite nice. And I think actually also here on the inside, I might want to have those pillars just to help with the look of the whole thing. There we go. Okay, we'll fill in the pillars already. There we go. I guess if we wanted a little bit more shape, we could add in a few more pillars, like every 3. Just to have a little bit more going on in these walls. You know? I think that, especially on the outside, because we don't even have the air conditioning here, I feel like it only makes sense to add that little extra detail in. I guess here that is going to be more difficult. But on these at least, we can definitely do them. Right, we'll go around, do the pillars first. Will save me some time not having to switch back and forth. There we go. Yeah, what way would we face them, I guess? Oh, someone's here. I guess that means more pyromanes. And it might be the special color. Oh, it's not. All right, that's a good start. Getting some of these details in. We actually forgot this side, so let's do that as well. That's not right. That's the right position. No, I'm not that far away. There we go. That should be all the pillars. Yeah. I'm on the clock, you know, just checking if I'm doing it. Building enough. Doing my work. Okay. That's a good start. We're also, of course, going to try and have those walkways on top here. But first, I feel like we want to make sure that we have all the walls in place. No, this is I'm building, so I haven't shown anything yet. Just the wall here. I feel like we do want to have something. I guess on the outside we can just have them in the middle very easily. There we go. And then maybe here we'll see, I guess. because we haven't designed this wall, because on the other side this is where the gate is, so I guess at least this is going to be filled in. Am I gonna have air conditioning here? I don't know, will I? Maybe we'll have one lower down just to break things up. Why not? There we go. Okay, and then here we have the gap again. There we go. Another gap. To use pillars as ducts, I don't know, because we can't actually make them go into the thing, because of course they're in the middle of a wall, and I'm not sure if we could fake that. Could be a cool... Oh, we could. Overlaps a little bit, but I guess you could do this. The only thing is that it's going to stick out. Well, I guess you don't have to go. So you could, if you have overlapping, you definitely can do something like that if you wanted to. Like make like... some extra detail if you wanted. There we go. But yeah, mostly I'm just using them so I can see this little roster going on. Because, yeah, we want to have that side, of course, because this side, not that exciting. There we go. That is another wall done. Let's do this wall. Of course, we didn't do the outside yet, so we'll have to do that. But the outsides are a little bit easier, I think. There we go. Don't fill in this one, actually. And then this will give us quite a good look already. I think I like the size of this. This feels like a pretty decent size. And of course, I'm calling it a Raptor pen because that's what it is in the movie. But judging by the size, basically everything that you can fit in through the gate, you can easily have this as its pen. Because, I mean, there is plenty of space inside. So yeah, that's actually quite nice. And I guess it's very scalable. Like you could make this a lot bigger if you wanted to with the same design. Like I don't think that's going to be too challenging. So you can definitely play around with that to get like the correct size. Because if you really like the design but you need it bigger, I guess you could make a variation of this with the behemoth gate, because you just need a very long wall, and well, the walkway is going to be a lot higher then, but I guess that makes sense if it's like a bigger dino. I'm definitely going to be designing more as well, because I kind of want to make the Indomino Rex pen as well at some point. Okay, so I think on the inside that's all the walls done. Of course, we still have the outside to worry about. So we came up to here. I guess this is easier though, because it's just pretty much filling it in. The visitor center from which one? The original one? That would be cool as well. There's a couple of builds that I definitely want to give a go. This one seemed nice because I haven't really designed many dino pens or like specific dino pens. I feel like this is very useful. You can basically have it next to any base. But yeah, visitor center might be To be honest, I'm kind of thinking that once I get to Ragnarok maybe, which will be my long-term map for me personally as well, I might just want to go crazy and build my own Jurassic ARK. Probably not the first one to use that name. That's everyone has, but that's fine. Because I think it could be fun. There we go. We actually need pillars there as well. Yeah, I think it would be fun to design more of them. And then, because what I was thinking is if I build like multiple different designs of dino pens and stuff on Ragnarok, I have someone that really is good at breeding different colors, and then we would have basically a whole park built to showcase all of our cool colored dinos. You know? And also I just think it would be fun. So I'm probably not gonna do all the designs on the center, just gonna do maybe, well, this one of course, because we've already started. Oh god, what did I do? I just needed to remove that one. I placed extra. What did I... Oh, I just did the pillar. Okay, that's fine. So weird sometimes where things are like attached to. But yeah, I think that might be nice. Yeah, like a big zoo. Because Ragnarok is going to be our hub world. So I feel like it makes sense if I start building multiple pens there. And then we can have like a big zoo showcasing all our cool dinos, all the cool colors. All the rhinos I've won in Club ARK, because that's a ridiculous amount at this point. Yeah. I think that could be fun. Alright, so that is the start of our design. Definitely feel like we could do a little bit more detailing on the outside some places, like this one, of course, where we're gonna have this little wall that we made on the other side as well. There we go. Perfect. I think that is what we did on the other side as well. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that gives a little bit more shape to this side at least. I think I might just want to add that on more sides. Like here it's going to be tricky to fit in, but I still think I want to do it because I think yeah, it just adds a little bit extra shape to the build. And I guess we could do them on these corners as well. Because right now the corner doesn't really serve any purpose. But yeah, I think that could be quite nice. Just to give it a little bit more shape. Yeah, I guess this would be mirrored from the other side. Because, again, this is where the door is on the other side. And technically, you could, of course, add doors on both sides if you wanted to. Okay, there we go. Bam. Yep, we'll add in extra pillars there. There we go, and then... Oh, nope. There we go. That's a good start. Then we'll fill in this wall again. Yeah, I think these will definitely help give the whole build a little bit more shape. Don't really serve any function, just to make it look a little bit nicer, which of course, just as important. There we go. The raptor friend is back. I'm working on your home, sir. There we go. Just for aesthetics, I wish I could tame an alpha raptor. I don't know. I probably can't force tame it with commands. Just because it would be cool to have like one bigger one in here. Just for, you know, the showcase of it. And no, it's not possible. There we go. Yeah, I love your base, Cloud. I always love visiting, especially because you have so many different dinos there wandering. Like, it feels like a proper zoo when you visit. I love that. There we go. Yeah, it does help adding a little bit extra shape to this otherwise quite flat walls on the outside. So I think it was a good call to add more of these. You know, that's always what I like to do with buildings. If I am inspired by like movies or TV shows, I like to just get it as close as I want, but still take some creative liberty to make it look nicer if I think it needs some improvements. And I think we've done a good balance of that. I'm especially happy with the little hatching area that we managed to make as well, because that feels quite functional for ARK as well. So yeah, now we have those on the corners. I guess I could have them here as well on those corners. Like there and there. Especially here, that might be a little bit weird. So let's see if we like it or not. I feel like it makes sense, and especially, of course, mine is really in the jungle because I wanted the proper jungle vibe for this. But if you build it in an open place, it would be nice to have all of these on all sides, I guess, so that it looks quite satisfying from above as well. And I think we should be able to, yeah, this is fine. It's just a little corner here, but that's totally acceptable. There's no weird overlap. Because then, if you were able to see it, mine obviously is quite hidden in the jungle, but you'll have those little legs come out from all the corners on the same spots. So I think that's definitely a nice little touch. When I do the tutorial for this place, because I already know that I want to do the tutorial for this place, I definitely think I will do it in an open spot so you can really easily see what it looks like. Because of course this is a little bit more of an aesthetic spot in the jungle to fit the Jurassic World vibes. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm very happy with the way it turned out. There we go. Yeah, I love this side. Okay, I think we've got most of the design in place now. Now, one of the harder things is going to be making the walkways that go in the middle. Because of the way ARK works with supports, is going to be a little bit tricky. But I should have made it in a way, yeah, that we have a middle for every side. Yeah, there we go. And Yeah, I don't always think about the costs, but you know, I'm just here to make it look good. Okay, so yeah, this is where the problem is going to arise for these walkways. The support in ARK, of course, can only go out by 3 before you need more support. And of course, I can make a temporary support like this. Then I can extend it again by 3 more. And then I can have a more permanent support. I kind of want to maybe try one like this. And that should now still held up. Yeah, like that. And then I'm not sure how far this needs to go. So I'm going to repeat this process on the other side. So temporary one first. Then a actual support again. There we go. There we go. So yeah, now okay, yeah, pretty much I think we're almost there. So I'm gonna get a temporary support here. This is the only part I think that is not gonna line up because of the way triangle foundations work. Yeah, that's not actually gonna line up, and I don't think that... See, this is because of the sizes of the triangle shapes. It doesn't quite line up. But it might still work. What I think I want to do is go for a shape like this. So I guess this only works if you have overlapping. Which I do, so that's fine. Do I just go for this? Or do I go for this? Probably go for this. There we go. So now the next step is to link this other side up. So again, we're going to get a temporary pillar down here. Oh, and this I can already place all the way through. So that is good. But now if I remove this... Oh, it all stays up actually. That's interesting. Wait, that's quite interesting. Because why can't I place it now? But it does stay up when I remove this. Well, that does not make a lot of sense. It might be one of those weird ARK things where you can place it now and remove it. But if I would remove one of these, I wouldn't be able to place it again. Okay, so... I guess that would kind of solve it. I think for now I just want to go with these thin pillars like this, and then this one I should also... See, but this one disappeared. Why didn't this one disappear? Oh, it did. Okay. I was gonna say, that's weird. So I guess what we want to do is the temporary one. And then fill it in again. And then I want to kind of see... I think I want to have the pillar here. There we go. Should be enough support. Okay. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to still remove a couple of these trees because as you can see, we can't see the actual walkway, so yeah. But we can use the plant pots to get some more plants in here. Same as this one. This one has got to go, unfortunately, as well. How about this one? This one... Nah, it's too much. I don't want it to overlap with the walkways. That looks weird. This one... This one might be fine. This one, however, might need to go. But it does help with being able to see stuff. I think most of these walkways are fine. This one might want to go as well. There we go. That is fine. That should be fine. Okay, now we can actually see a walkway and we know that we want to have the support here. I use ASR or Architect Structures Remastered because it has a bunch of different variations on the vanilla looking structures. And I basically only use it for things like this. But if you're building on official, there's also a clean glass custom cosmetic that you can use, which you can also use on official, which looks pretty cool as well. I think I have it somewhere. I don't know. I have it somewhere. I promise. I don't know where it is. Might be broken again. I need to update it probably. But there is some custom cosmetics for it as well. Hello there, Banana. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Now the biggest question is, can I make it all work with railings? Because now, of course, we can go all the way around, filling these in, and these should definitely not be the problem. These ones, however, might be. And we definitely want to have them, of course. But the question is it going to let me? I guess these are totally fine. This is where the real fun begins. All right, that is interesting. And why is this flickering so much? Is that the overlapping? Why is the overlapping so weird for metal structures? That's annoying. Can we do this in a different way? Where of railings? Ooh. This is close. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Like they actually touch. Will it? That's annoying if I gotta paint this all, but I guess I can only paint the middle parts to make that work. I think I'm actually gonna go for this because this lines up pretty nicely. I don't think there's a better way to line that up. And that's not annoying at all. So now the only thing is, how do I fill in the rest of this? I mean, Yeah, can't do that. So I definitely want to fill this in. Okay, let's see if it actually fixes this if I paint it. Do I have paint? Nope. I also don't really want it to be much different than this. Let's see. Okay, let's see. What color would we use? Maybe something very close. Just gray. Yeah, that does not fix it, unfortunately. I think it's just something with the metal textures that ARK just can't quite handle. So we wanna somehow have as little overlapping as possible, I guess. Because otherwise you would go quite crazy, I think. Hold up. I might have found our mysterious winner because you don't see it with the quarter ones. Okay, I need to do this because I don't want the paint. There we go. Oh wait, now it does overlap again. And now it does do the weird stuff. Oh. What the heck? Where did I go? How did I get there? Okay, well, I guess this somehow has fixed it. What can I say? I'm really a magician in ARK. Well, that's a fun shape. Right. That's totally fine. Okay. Now we're getting close to having a working raptor pen from the movie. I'm liking this design. Now I'm kind of annoyed that I built it somewhere randomly, not just next to the base. It's fine. Big plans for Ragnarok, I guess. There we go. Proper safety first, of course. Even though, well, I guess if you put wild raptors in there, you would still not want to fall in. If it's your own tamed raptors, it doesn't really matter. But you know, gotta be accurate. There we go. Yeah, I think we're getting close. There we go. That does look quite nice. I mean, you could just throw in wild ones, but then every dino wipe, they are gone, and I mean, they might disappear earlier because you never know with ARK. Yeah, that is looking quite nice. I kind of want to detail these walkways a little bit more. I want to have like these things underneath these walkways just to make them get the feeling they're a little bit stronger. And probably I want to do that as well. Just want to make sure that this whole construction feels as strong as possible, basically. There we go. Yeah, I like the look of this. Do I want to do this as well? I guess we can, like, it lines up, so it's totally fine. So I guess the only downside to having to overlap, that's probably not gonna work unofficial. But again, that's all due to those triangles in ARK just being smaller than normal ceilings and foundations, and that's why you never quite line up the way you would want or expect most of the time, because they're just shorter, so you don't end up at the same spot. There we go. Did I do it there, there, and there? So this might be the last little bit. There we go. So yeah, we got the walkways. We got limited pillars there. I kind of would want, I guess, this to make it feel a little bit more strong there. I would actually kind of want to use these ones, and that is unfortunately only possible here if you have ASR, but I think, nope, this is not the one I want. Yeah, I think these could be quite nice as well. You know, and it also feels a little bit better supported here in the middle. Don't want to fall in our dangerous raptor pen after all. But I mean, normal pillars are totally fine, of course. Just wanted slightly better look. There we go. Does that all line up? Oh no, it doesn't line up. Oh, I guess because we used... Yeah, we lined it up differently because of the overlapping, so I guess I do not want them to be there then, because that is not same on both sides. So I would have to find a spot that is the same, and that is going to be this one, I guess. So a little bit further away, but it should... There we go. I guess that's the only way to make it line up equally so that it is the same position. That's fine. You know, now that is all well supported. I think we still have a decent amount of greenery in here, which is good because that's exactly what we wanted. Make it still feel like a proper jungle vibe, and probably should also make sure that I actually add in the gates so that my raptors don't just run outside. And I guess then we also want to add in the ramp here to make it all smooth. And I guess that is pretty much our raptor pen design from Jurassic World. I think let's do a little overview, see if we have everything that we need. Yeah, I'll definitely like these little struts that we made on the outside, giving it a little bit more shape, because otherwise it is quite a boring wall. But then again, if you wanted to be movie accurate, this would be kind of open as well, and it would go into a bigger park, which, you know, could be cool to do. And then, yeah, we could have gates on both sides. That would help with the details. The outsides are definitely the most boring. And I'm glad that on the inside we at least were able to add the air conditioning as little details. Yeah, quite like the way that looks. I love the walkway. That turned out pretty nice. Really happy with the way that worked out. Unfortunately, some overlapping, but that's just the way ARK works right now, unfortunately. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think this would be allowed on official settings. It's hard to judge sometimes. And then this side, I'm actually really happy with. So we got the little hatching raptor pen, I guess, which we could, if we wanted to, also give a door, you know, just to give it a little bit more character, I suppose. And this would be then the breeding room as well, if you want to use it for actual ARK, you know, if you're going to use this as your base. But yeah, this is a decent sized dino pen. You can definitely have more than raptors in here. As long as it fits through a dino gate, basically, anything goes. Really love this side of the base with the little cage that we have here. Of course, I need to clear it out a little bit. But yeah, this, I guess, you could still also use as some kind of dino pen if you can fit it through. Maybe for your shoulder pets or something. And then, of course, you got access up here to the roof. We got another viewing platform with the glass, which I think is a nice touch. There we go. And what I might want to do is, I think it would be nice to maybe have an extra way to get up. So let's see. Would that be enough space, or would I need this? Let's see. Just to have an extra stair on the outside, because that, again, also kind of helps with the details. Okay. So what I would actually want to do is then do this, a little platform in between, and then have the stair go all the way down. Yeah, now I need a goat. Oh no, a little pig that is running through, right? That's what I need. Okay. So there we go. Also, I guess I didn't do the pillars here in this wall, but this would be where I wanted them. There we go. Yeah, I think this is probably a good addition so that you can get up to the walkway on more places, and also it just adds a little bit of extra detail, I guess, to the side of your building, because now we have a little staircase here on the side, and you could add that, of course, in multiple spots, just so that you can actually, well, get up to your nice raptor pen. For now, I'll add one here, but to be honest, I would probably add one like on this side as well, because of course, actually, that's not the most logical. I just think that's where it is in the movie shot that I have. So maybe if it's there, I would do another one here. Yeah, feels like that makes sense. Just so that you can get up in some more spots. Which, especially if you're going to actually use this, might be very useful. Don't have to walk around every time if you just want to see your beautiful tames. Oh, this goes down a little bit further. I guess what we could do is just make a little turn to make it look better. But yeah, this is highly situational. Okay, so we'll make our little supports again, of course. There we go. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this one turned out. Always difficult when you've got such a clear image of what you want it to be. And, well, sometimes I have something in my head, of course, what I want it to be. But this time, people have expectations as well. Because, you know what this looks like in the movie. But I think we managed to get quite close for ARK purposes. There we go. Another way to get up to our little walkway. That's good. Some extra points to get up. So yeah, I like all that. And then we have, of course, this little base which you could use. You could add a little crafting place here. This would be cool to do some crafting or just watch your raptors, whatever you want. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way this all turned out. This looks pretty fun. We got the whole walkway. Some nice views. This walkway as well. That's cool. I feel like that's such a signature part of all this that you definitely want to have that. And we were able to do it with minimal pillars. I think these thin pillars especially just make it a lot nicer to do these things without being so crazy or so ugly that you don't want to have it. So yeah, I think this is quite nice. Now all I need is some raptors. Get some proper raptors in here and then I'm good to go. I actually did get a custom cosmetic that it's not really necessarily for this build, but might be useful for some. I've got so many custom cosmetics now. Yeah, I think this... I don't think for this specific design, because I don't think there was barbed wire in this design, but there is a custom cosmetic that looks like barbed wire, so you could actually have this and have like proper barbed wire on top of your fence. Again, I don't think for this design that would be the case, but if you're building, let's say you're building a Jurassic Park build on a server, for example. This could be useful. You know, just off the top of my head, I know some people that might find that very useful. It's just turning railings into some proper barbed wire, and then I think for to match that you actually have like a chain link fence. Well, that might not be perfect for your whole build, because I don't think, like, for most dinos that's definitely not enough, but it might be a fun addition to your build for sure. So yeah, there are some good custom cosmetics out there to help spice up your builds, make life a little bit easier. But the barbed wire on top as a railing is quite good for anyone that happens to be building a Jurassic Park out there. If I do more designs, I'm definitely going to have good use for that, for sure. For this one, however, it definitely needs to be fences, because that's way close to what it actually is in the movie. But yeah, it is a good addition to have. Anyway, I think that is it for this build. I think we're pretty much done. We have everything that we need. I'm definitely going to add in some details. Going to make sure that these don't auto-open, because that would be defeating the purpose of this highly secure base. And I'm going to make sure that I've got some power. Probably going to have a generator up there on this viewing platform so that we have power and we can turn this into a proper hatching room, because then I can make sure that I have some raptors in here for when I do start working on the tutorial. You know, want to make sure that we have actual raptors in the base as well. And then yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out, actually. Didn't quite know what to expect. I just made sure that I knew how to make an hexagon, because that was kind of, or octagon actually, because that was kind of important. Because in ARK, it's very easy to make a hexagon. Turns out not as easy to make an octagon just because of the way the size. Yeah, custom cosmetics just work. Do I have a hole in the wall? Oh, that might just be because I now used custom cosmetics. Those sometimes break it. I do not have a hole in the wall anymore, I think. But, oh wait, no, this one is invisible. Is it invisible? Yeah, see, it is invisible because of the custom cosmetic. That's the only downside. You need to check whenever you've done it that nothing went invisible. But, yeah, custom cosmetics, you just have to install them yourself in the mod menu. They're, like, quite tiny, usually. And then you can use them and everyone can see them as well. Alright, I think that's it. That's another build done. I quite like this one. A nice little dino pen that has plenty of size or plenty of space for variations of dinos, I would say. And you have a little breeding hatching room down here in this little box. And you even have this cage as well where you could do some stuff. So yeah, definitely also I think a pretty practical build as well. So yeah, I probably will be working on a tutorial for this one pretty soon because I think it's quite a nice build. It turned out quite nice and probably more people would like a dino pen like this, I think, because it's pretty nice. It's pretty iconic. It's a shame that at least the walkway in the middle, I guess, you can't do on official settings. But other than that, I think everything is pretty straightforward. So that's good. Anyway, that's going to be it for this stream. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And then hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.